It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Buffaloes will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 20. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got a chance. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
They'll run it from the gun. Makes a man miss. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. And sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
That incompletion brings up 3rd down for the offense. He's looking downfield to throw. Sets up the screen. Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting through.
He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Colorado! Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosion. explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Fakes to grab. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want. They've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. Got the first down and more. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The option look. Quick toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the play on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They're up by a touchdown here in the first.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Ohio State offense will take over. First and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for room. It's Peters. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The inside handoff. Fighting off the defender. There he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They're going to test the right side with this one. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he picks up enough for the 1st down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the 1st quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Pick off! What a play by this defense. Bringing it back. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll go back to work on offense. wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Cradles it at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The give out of the gun.
Hey, it's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He's got an open man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Under fire. Got it behind the line. It's Avery. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. The Buffaloes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. give to the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass. It's O'Neal. They'll run the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Now on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Peters. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
The Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Finds a man on the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And his throw is incomplete.
That's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to throw. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback.
First and 10.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Makes the grab. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Buckeyes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Gets it out fast. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. The 10. Touchdown, Colorado. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking for a gap. It's Peters. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone.
Will take over 1st and 10.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO fired complete to the left. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hit yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball.
Turning it on! He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Just feeds the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
To throw, it's O'Neal. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the run, it's Peters. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Colorado Buffaloes will take over first and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on first and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Working that left side. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Avery. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
On the ground. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. There he goes! The 40. Takes it all the way inside the 30, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 29.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep. Don't give up those big plays. Make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. DB's right up on the receivers. With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the boot, looking for his man. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That is no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Takes the handoff. It's Avery. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
QBs that can run can completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. A full dive to haul that one in. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Let's it fly. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Iowa State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Ames. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. It'll be a 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle. It's Hendricks. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just trying to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. He'll keep it himself. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
51, Ohio State, 31.
And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Right down the middle. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got an open man. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Hendricks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Back to pass on second down. It's caught downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. He takes a knee, and it took longer than they had hoped, but they finally get their first victory of the season. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless of whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.